sounds like you basically like rode the kind of meme stock, like Robinhood. There was like that time period where everybody was, all that stuff was like up and to the right. Crypto was going up. All these things were going up. And there was so much like online social media buzz around it. And you're like, all right, how do I'm a young guy, understand media, understand marketing. How do I tap into this? And then like, how do I create businesses out of it? And I think that there's a lot of mystique around how to, grow a following and what to do. And people like knock on, whatever you want to call it, a social media influencer. But the reality is like a lot of these people make businesses out of it, whether it's like selling classes or whatever it may be, creating an online subscription thing. But like essentially like as a young person seeing the trend, like you read the trends and you're like, how do I figure out how to monetize this? Right. I mean, you basically just saw what was happening and dove in and monetized.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the biggest turning point for me was I was interested in stocks, but I wasn't the greatest stock trader in the world. But what I did see was, I was living in a apartment. It was like five or six of us, bunch of surfers that had no business in ever like trading away their money for for stocks, and they're all asking me, hey, what do we buy? What penny stock should we look at? And that's when I recognized the opportunity of, hey, maybe I'm not the best trader in the world, but I am semi-educated on the topic. I am relatable to a younger crowd. There is this massive opportunity of people that are wanting to learn about trading. So why don't I build a platform where I can connect people that are smarter than me at trading with people that want to learn about trading and arbitrage and take that money somewhere in the middle. And so that's kind of how that happened. Yeah.
That's interesting. So it was basically like from that is like what you used to like get the equity that you had to get into real estate. You're basically like, I created this. It's not super passive. I mean, social media in general, it's like it's pretty. You have to be pretty on, right? Like you have to be putting out content or creating content. It's high touch. Like as much as people want to romanticize like the content game, like it's a lot of work, quite frankly. And so you basically made some profits on that, and then you started rolling that into real estate. Is that how you kind of got your seed money?
Yeah. So I've only ever I haven't partnered with anybody on anything. I have about 30% equity across my portfolio. The most difficult thing was, when I started investing, interest rates were like at 3%. And because I didn't have 2 years of tax records to show that I could, I was making the income that I was making, I had to go use these like really high interest at the time, high interest rate loans, like 5.5% when everyone was at 3%. But now I'm looking back like, yeah, 5.5% is not too bad.
Yeah.
But it is. But it was a continued trend for that, that year or two where I was scaling my real estate portfolio, and really the real estate thing too. It is a passion of mine, and so I really do enjoy like the experiences I've been able to, to create for people. One thing that's really awesome that I've done. Not saying in like a braggy way, but like a lot of people told me not to work with family. My mom worked at Costco for 35 years. She woke up at 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. every single morning, and she did the numbers. Like she's when you talk about numbers, she's so freaking smart, it's insane. And then my dad on the other side of things worked in the prison system and is just a great leader. He's great with his hands. He knows what he's doing in terms of projects and stuff. And so, I went to them and said, hey, look, you guys got, we got two options now because we're a close family. Everyone's telling me not to work with you guys. I can either retire you guys both, from your jobs right now, like we're good, houses, cars, whatever, it's taken care of, or I can, you guys can retire from your jobs and then come work for me and let's build like a family business. And so I'm low touch on my Airbnb stuff besides acquisitions. I'm pretty much all acquisitions. My mom runs the property management side of things now. We self-manage everything except for one house that's in the Smoky Mountains. And that's only because it was in the underwriting of the deal that the property manager would stay. And then my dad does project management, flies around anytime, we have problems going on or stuff that needs to be handled in terms of larger projects. He goes out and handles that. So I'm like 15, 20 minutes a week on, managing my business, which I think everybody should try and aspire to get to in whatever business that they're doing.